Hello everyone, in this video I'll be explaining you the step-by-step process which is required to be followed in order to successfully run your first Hadoop program, which is the word count program. So I'll be teaching you how you can execute and run this word count program in your system. So follow along and follow all the steps which I mentioned in this video so that you can run and execute the first Hadoop program, which is the word count program. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hello everyone, my name is Abraham Paul. In this video, I'll be explaining you step by step how to execute your first Hadoop or MapReduce program, which is the word count program. Alright, so in this video, I'll be explaining you in detail. But before that, I hope you have installed Java, Hadoop. You have also installed the VMware workstation, okay, as well as the Cloudera VM in your system. In order to run your first Hadoop program, you need to run this in Cloudera. And for doing that, you need to have Cloudera installed in your system. If you haven't installed it, check out my video on how to install Java, Hadoop, as well as the VMware workstation, as well as Cloudera virtual machine. So if you have followed all the steps in that video, then come to this video so that you can execute the first Hadoop program or MapReduce program, which we'll be doing, and the program is word count program, right? So word count basically means that you have to count the number of times a particular word has occurred in a particular paragraph or sentence, all right? So you have a text file which contains a list of text, and now you have to find out the occurrence of each and every word in that particular text file, alright? So it actually gives us the frequency of occurrence of each and every word in that particular text file. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. So what you need to do is you need to have your internet connection turned on. So let me go ahead and connect to my Wi-Fi. Yes, now it's connected. And once you've connected to your internet, what you need to do is head over to VMware Workstation 17 player, which you have already installed in your system. Okay, click on it, open it up, and this is the virtual machine workstation. All right, inside it we have to run the virtual machine, which is Cloudera. Okay, so you just have to open a virtual machine. Okay, I already discussed about how to open the virtual machines Cloudera in my previous video. You can check it out and then come back to this video. So once you have opened it one time, it will show up here. Okay, Cloudera Quick Start VM 5.13 .o-VMware. Okay, you just have to click on it and open it up, and now the VMware will open up. Okay, so this is the operating system, CentOS, and we are going to run our first Hadoop program or MapReduce program here in this virtual machine. Okay, so let me go ahead and expand it so that it will be clear to you. You'll be able to know everything in detail. So the operating system is loading right now, CentOS 6.7. So let's wait for some time until this gets loaded completely. If you want, you can also maximize, okay, so that, you know, it's clear. So you have to wait patiently for some time because, you know, the operating system is turning on, so you have to wait until the startup menu pops up. So I'm still waiting, okay, waiting for this to load and open up. it has to open up, okay? Kindly ensure that you have VTX enabled in your BIOS settings. If you don't have virtualization technology enabled, then this virtual machine will not run. And so it's important to first and foremost enable this before even going forward and opening up this particular virtual machine, which is Cloudera. So you have to wait until this gets loaded, alright? Since it's loading for the first time, it's taking some time, okay? But the second time you load it, it will load even faster. And also ensure that your internet connection is stable because it requires internet access, and so make sure that your Wi-Fi is stable and it's not having any destruction or interference while it's connecting. Alright, so it's getting loaded up. I have to wait for some time, okay? Yes, you know what? It has loaded. Cloudera is displayed here. Okay, so this actually is the desktop of this operating system, and immediately a website pops up by default. Mozilla Firefox opens up, and you have Cloudera opening up. Okay, you have to wait for some time. So this is what is opened up. Okay, welcome to your Cloudera Quick Start VM, and this is shown up. Okay, here. So this is kind of, you can go ahead and drag down. You have get started, analyze your data, manage your cluster. I've already discussed about the user interface and all of these components in my previous video. You can check that out regarding the installation of Hadoop. Let me close this right now, okay? And what you need to do here is you need to open up Eclipse because we are going to execute our first MapReduce program. So for doing that, you need to click on Eclipse. By default, Cloudera comes up with Eclipse, Luna. So you just have to double click on it and Eclipse Luna will open up, all right? So this is super important because if you don't have an integrated development environment or IDE, you will not be able to execute your Java programs. And this is specifically for Java because, as I said before, you will be writing programs in Java, you'll be executing it, and you will be doing the application development using Java, and this Eclipse will be an ideal tool for Java development. So that's the reason why we have Eclipse here. You don't have to install Hadoop here in Cloudera because it by default comes up with Hadoop, alright? Now you have to wait until this opens up. I'm waiting to open up. Alright, so it comes up with some program here, which is not even required, right? So what we can do here, this program which is given here, I don't know what a program this is, but when you have something like this, you just have to close this because we don't need it. And what you need to do is head over to File, okay, and click on New, click on Java Project because we are going to create a new Java project. The project name would be word count. Because it's a word count project, we have the word count is the name which is given for this project. Once you've given the project name as word count, okay, and the default location is checkmarked, you have to click on Next. Once you click on Next, you will have these menus, folks. You have to click on Libraries, okay? You need to go forward and add some external jar files. Jar stands for Java Archive, And what you need to do is click on Add External Jars, okay? Because we don't have any jar file here in the libraries right now, but we need to add it. So click on that, and navigate to the file system. Click on the file system, which is given here, okay? Once you go to the file system, you will have something called user, USR, right? So click on that. And once you click on that, you will have lib, okay? Lib. And once you click on lib, you will have Hadoop, all right? Click on it. And once you click on it, you will have a list of jar files which are given here, okay? Which are important for us. So you just have to select all of them, okay? So select all of them. All these jar files. Let me select that. Press Control and select all of them, because it's essential for us to execute our Hadoop programs. So once you ensure that everything is selected here, right, you just have to click on OK, folks. And once every jar file is listed here, okay, that's when we have successfully added the external jar files. So now that you have added all these jar files, the next step is to go forward and click on Add External Jar Files again, all right? Now we are going to do something different, okay? Here we have something called client, okay? So you just have to go ahead and click on this client folder. And once you click on client folder, you have a list of jar files as well here, okay? Which are important. Now, what we need to do right now is to select all these jar files. So choose this one, Control A, okay? We'll select all of those particular files which are given here, okay, which are the jar files, then click on OK. Now, these files are also loaded here now, right? All these files are loaded. Click on Finish, folks. So after reaching here, what you need to do is you need to head over to SRC. And you need to right click on it, okay? And then click on New, click on Class, alright? So once you click on Class, you need to give the class name. The class name for this particular project is Word Count, okay, folks? Now you just have to click on, Finish. And once you have clicked on Finish, your class file is created. So now that we have reached here, what you need to do next is you need to include the Java program here, okay? Here, this program is empty. There's nothing here. What you need to do is you need to include some Java program. But when you go to the desktop, there is nothing. There is no Java program here. There is no sample txt file here. So our goal is to include some code here, okay, in wordcount.java. But where do we get the code, all right? So for that, when you minimize this virtual machine, you have to basically create a Java file, all right? Or I will give you this Java file, wordcount.java, where you have the code. If I right-click and click on it, this is the Java file, okay, in which you have the MapReduce program for word count. So this is the program, all right. Let me close it. You also need a sample txt file, all right. If this is a txt file, I'm going to open it with the notepad, all right. And this contains this paragraph, all right. So Christ University offers a program for learning computer science and produce quality engineers. There are many students who opted for learning computer science concepts in the CSE department. Jen allows them. Adam teaches big data analytics for MTech computer science and engineering students. There are a lot of learning opportunities given to students to enable them to improve their skills, okay? So basically, this is kind of the file, all right? This txt file. Let me close it. So you need to have these two files in your virtual machine. Now you have it in your local machine, but you need to have it in your virtual machine. But the problem is you can't simply drag and drop, okay? Here is the Cloudera desktop, all right? I'm going to minimize it. You can't simply drag this and then paste it. But if it's working, it's good to go, okay? Sometimes it might not work, but you just have to drag it from a local and then put it here, okay? Once you do that, you will have a Java word count, word count.java file, and then you also have the sample file, okay? This is a text file. So you just have to go ahead and click on it, and you just have to go forward and, open that up, edit it, get it, okay? So you have this Java program, right? Now what you need to do is you need to copy this, all right? You need to copy it, and you need to go ahead and go to this one, okay, the Eclipse, and then you need to paste it here. All right, we have copied it from the desktop. Okay, this is actually the file wordcount.java, which we have in the desktop. We obviously have pasted it in this one, okay, here. Now once you have pasted it, right, this is a Java program. This is the MapReduce program for word count written in Java. The next step is you need to be able to, once you have created this, okay, just Control S, you have saved it, okay. Now you can go ahead and successfully delete this now because we don't need it right now. Okay, delete it. We only need the sample.txt file. This is the sample.txt. You can rename it if you want, sample.txt. Okay, so this is the text file. Now what you need to do is right now head over to the Eclipse. Now once we have pasted our MapReduce program here for word count, so now that you have pasted your Java program here, what you need to do next is you need to go and head over to the project name, okay, word count, and then right click on it. What you need to do is click on export, and you just have to choose Java, and you need to choose jar file. All right, click on next, and then once you choose that, you just have to click on the destination, export destination as desktop, and then put the name word count.jar. Okay, this is the name of the jar file, and click on OK, and then click on finish. All right, so click on OK, and there you have it. So when you head over to the desktop, you will be able to find word count.jar file, which is newly created. All right, so it's good to go now. So once the jar file is created, the next step is to open up our terminal and execute this jar file. So the terminal can be found out here, okay? So this is the terminal. You can also go to Application, System Tools, and Terminal. So this is the terminal which I've opened up. Here is where we are going to write our Hadoop commands, which will ultimately help us run this word count program, all right? So let me go ahead and run the first command, which is basically Hadoop. Let me check the version for the sake of it. So Hadoop version is displayed here, all right? So that means Hadoop is installed here in the system. It's good to go. Now I need to, I'm making a directory here, okay, in Hadoop. So for making a directory in Hadoop, you have to have the command Hadoop dfs -mkdir /word in, okay? So I'm making a directory in which this is a directory word in, all right? So let me press enter. So even if it shows depreciated, it's okay because the command has been successfully executed and we have made the directory, okay? So now you need to head over to your desktop, okay? And you need to be able to load the sample.txt file in the Hadoop directory, right? So in order to do that, we have to navigate to the desktop. So cd current directory, let's go to desktop. And now we are in the desktop. Now what you need to do is, execute this command, Hadoop dfs -copy from local, and you need to give the name of the text file, sample.txt, right? And then you need to give the directory word in. Okay, so this is actually copies the sample.txt file here in this directory right from the local system to the Hadoop directory. Now let me go ahead and press enter. So it has successfully executed this particular command, and now sample.txt would be there. Okay, you can check it out. We have Hadoop fs-ls. So you should have, something like this. First program is there here, but you know what? We need to have sample.txt, okay, in the Hadoop directory. So now what you need to do is you need to execute the jar file. So for that, you need Hadoop, Hadoop, okay, and jar space word count, right? So we have the word count file dot jar word count. All right, this is the name of the file, right? And then we need to give the path or the directory name where we have to read, as well directory name output. So for writing the output, we have, I'm creating another directory, okay, word out. So let me expand this so that you can clearly see the command. Okay, this is the command, Hadoop jar word count dot jar word count, then this word in space word out. Okay, press enter. So now the MapReduce program jar file is getting executed, folks, and you should be able to find something like this in your screen. Okay, after running this command, you have to wait for some time until this gets completed. You must ensure that you have stable internet connection. So right now the MapReduce mapper phase is 0%, reducer phase is 0%, but it has to be 100% both. You have to wait for some time. So now the map is 100%, reducer is 0%. Now both will turn 100%. All right. Both has to turn 100%. Yes, so once you have executed the command, it's showing true, which means that the compilation for the jar file is successful, all right? It is successfully done and compiled. So once the compilation is successful, what you need to do is display the output, okay? For displaying the output, we have the command Hadoop dfs-cat / word out. Okay, that's a file where we have the output, and slash, and we are going to store that information in part -r -5 zeros. You have to give it this format, okay? Hadoop dfs-cat / word out / part -r and 5 zeros, and then press enter. Once you press enter, there you have it. So it has successfully read that txt file, sample.txt, and it is giving the frequency of each and every word and how much time it has occurred, right? So for has occurred 3 times, learning has occurred 3 times, and then students have occurred 2 times, 2 has occurred 3 times, and so on. Computer has occurred 3 times. Similarly, science has also occurred 3 times, right? Let me check whether all of these things are correct, output is correct or not. Let me open that txt file. You know what? It's an executable file, so let's cancel this and open it up in, right click on it. And then let me open that up in other application. And let me open that up in Get It. So there you go. So this is the sample.txt file, which contains this particular text, okay, message. Now we have got the output that computer has repeated 3 times. So here, So here it's repeated, here it's repeated, here it's repeated. So it just counted all the words and how much time it is repeated, okay? So analytics one time, big one time, you have different words and how much times they have occurred. So we have successfully executed, folks, the MapReduce program. This is the MapReduce program for word count, okay? If you wanted to check the output in the web browser, you can do that as well. So what you need to do is head over to this particular icon, which is the preferred web browser. Click on it, and you should see something like this, which is the Mozilla Firefox web browser opening up. And what you need to do here, folks, is you need to go ahead and give the path, okay? Change this path and give the path localhost colon 570, okay? And then just press enter. And once you press enter, you will be having this particular web page. And what you need to do here is go to utilities, go to browse the file system. Okay, you will have this particular page opening up in which you have the permission, owner, group, size, last modified, replication, block size, as well as name. Okay, so we have to find out if our file is successfully written here or not in word out. Okay, so we have created word in, word out, word out. So if you click on word in, you will have the block size 128 as well as the txt file. Okay, that's the text file that you have given. If you go back, the directory, you will have word out. Click on word out, and you will have the output file, which is the part-r-5 Okay, click on it, and you can download it. Okay, click on download, and once you download, and you just have to save this file. And once you save this file, it will be in your downloads. Let me click on it, open it up, and you will have the output in this particular file. That's good, right? So we have got the output in a separate file, and we have successfully executed the Hadoop program in our laptop, okay, using the VM Cloudera. So you can find the output like this as well, okay, success, as well as the name of the file in which the output is written. So 128 is the maximum file size for a block, okay, block size for in Hadoop. So you can close this right now, and this is how you execute your first MapReduce program, which is wordcount.java. Okay, so let me recap this. So first and foremost, I checked the Hadoop version, okay, and then this is the command for that, okay, Hadoop version. And after that, what I did is I created a directory, okay. Once the command was displayed, I created a directory, make directory, mkdir means make directory, or word in, okay, input word, and then I copied the sample.txt to the Hadoop directory word in, okay, and then what I did, this is simply displaying the file system. Then what I did is I executed this command, Hadoop jar file. Okay, I actually executed the jar file, wordcount.jar, and I given the name of the file, which is wordcount, and then input directory, output directory. Okay, and now once all these different commands got executed, we have got true. That means the compilation of this jar file was successful. Now, after the compilation is successful, we need to display the output. In order to display the output, we have this command, cat command. Okay, so we need to give Hadoop DFS -cat /woodout /part-r-5 and we will be able to get the output, okay, of the word count program. So this is how we are going to execute our word count program. This is how the Hadoop program, MapReduce programs are getting executed. Okay, you need to first and foremost create the Java file in your Eclipse, and then export it as a jar file. Then execute those jar file in the command prompt, and then you will have the MapReduce program output in the particular file directory which you have given. Okay, so if you have any questions or doubts related to the word count program, you can leave it down in the comment section below this video so that I can help you out, and you can also ask me if you have any doubts. Alright, so this is how you execute this Hadoop program. I hope all your doubts are cleared right now, okay, in the virtual machine. You can also do the same here in your local computer or by going to the command prompt. But if you wanted to scale up, if you wanted to, run massive amounts of data across distributed environments, you need to have a virtual machine so that it's a commodity hardware and you can execute the programs successfully because Hadoop will be there. You also have the Java environment, and so you can write the Java program, create the Java file, execute it using the MapReduce program. Okay, so this is how you do it. Thank you so much for watching this video, and if you have any doubts, leave it down in the comment section. Thank you so much.